Rebuild giant corporate and government entities.
It's 5 years since Uber first launched its app in London, and in that time it's made its fair share of both enemies and friends. But today, Transport for London announced that it would not be renewing Uber's licence to operate in the city at the end of this month. In a statement, they said the company was not fit and proper to hold a licence and had demonstrated a lack of corporate responsibility. TfL's concerns relate to four main areas. Uber's approach to the reporting of serious criminal offences, such as sexual assaults by its drivers, for which it's been criticised by the Metropolitan Police, the way the company performs background checks on its drivers, and the way it obtains medical certificates. Finally, TfL raised concerns about Uber's use of a controversial piece of software known as Greyball, which critics have argued has allowed Uber to avoid law enforcement and sting operations on its drivers.
I apologize for the mistakes we've made. Uber CEO sends an un-Uber-like message to Londoners. Welcome to the Shakaama live show with your host, Shakaama. 3 days after Transport for London said it would effectively ban Uber in London, Uber's new CEO, Dara Khosrowshahi, wrote an open letter apologizing to Londoners. Quote, "While Uber has revolutionized the way people move in cities around the world, it's equally true that we've gotten this wrong along the way," Khosrowshahi writes. "On behalf of everyone at Uber globally, I apologize for the mistakes we've made." In his message, Khosrowshahi promises to appeal the TfL decision, but says Uber plans to do so with the knowledge that we must also change. As Uber's new CEO, it is my job to help Uber write its new chapter, he writes. "We won't be perfect, but we will listen to you. We will look at to be long-term partners with the cities we serve, and we will run our business with humility, integrity, and passion." The letter's admission of mistakes made it a stark departure from the defiant approach of former chief executive Travis Kalanick, whom Khosrowshahi replaced last month, and is perhaps one of the first indications of how he plans to approach his new gig. In announcing its ban on Friday, TfL, the authority that regulates London's taxis, said it had determined that the company is not fit and proper to hold a private hire operator license. In its damning finding, TfL cited Uber's inadequate screening and background checks of drivers. Let me stick a pin in that. That is a lie, because you have to be screened and do a background check to get a TfL license to begin with, and every Uber driver is licensed by TfL. Little thing that if you didn't know. Its approach how to medical certificates are obtained, and the use of controversial Greyball software that blocks regulators from gaining full access to the app. So effectively, Uber is blocking TfL from getting inside of their app to the fullest degree, which is probably invasive of the proprietary app to begin with, which they said TfL is looking into making their own app. So Uber's no fool. The TfL also questioned Uber's approach to reporting serious criminal offenses by its drivers, an issue raised in an extensive submission by the Metropolitan Police. Now, let me stick a pin in that one also. For the black taxi drivers, taxi cabs, the same issue exists. So is there one rule for Uber and one rule for black taxi cabs? Uber on Friday launched an online petition asking London Mayor Sadiq Khan to reverse the TfL's decision. By Monday morning, it had garnered more than 750,000 signatures. Now, why do you think that is? There are parts of London where nobody has a car other than Uber. There are times of day that nobody has a car apart from Uber. Khan indicated Monday that he wasn't impressed by Uber's first response to the news on Friday, which drew on the company's more aggressive tactics of the past. It had immediately threatened legal action against TfL and launched a new PR campaign to raise public support for it. How dare Uber want to actually garner public support for a very popular app? UK General Manager Tom Elvidge said the decision sent a message that London is far from being open and is closed to innovative companies. Quote, I appreciate Uber has an army of PR experts. I appreciate Uber has an army of lawyers. They've also made aggressive threats about taking us to court and all the rest of it. That's their right to do that. For him to say that is disingenuous. That's their right to do that. Any company has every right to sue for their right to operate in a city. That's how the city makes most of its money. For all of you people who don't understand, this is what's going on. Why they're targeting Uber, you already know. It's all about the black taxi cabs. Khan told the BBC flagship radio news program Today, you can't have it both ways. On the one hand, acting as an aggressive banner and threatening all sorts of things, and on the other hand, briefing to journalists that they want to do a deal with TfL. Well, Khan is speaking out of both sides of his mouth, too. Of course, black taxi cab drivers are jumping for joy. You're going to pay double, if not triple, in the black taxi cabs, and you're not going to have any more safety. And for them to say that they're unlicensed is a bald-faced lie. For those who don't know, you have quality of the car, background checks run by Uber. Everybody keeps saying there's no background checks for Uber. There is a background check. Why? Because all of my friends have at one time wanted to drive for Uber, and there was a concern about the background check, and they wanted to see how deep does the background check go. You don't want to know? We want to know something that's funny? A taxi cab driver friend of mine has domestic violence criminal history. He drives for taxi. Uber will not hire him because of the background check. Now, for those people saying they don't have background checks, please do your homework and don't listen to people who say that they know what they're talking about. They're just putting out propaganda against Uber. I use Uber almost exclusively. Thank you for watching. Please like the video. Can I get about 1,000 likes? There's you know what's going on with YouTube, just like there's something going on with YouTube is requiring a certain amount of likes before the robot will allow my videos to even be viewed. They stop views after a while. They just stop them. I only get people who are subscribed to me, and they don't immediately watch the videos. Maybe they watch the video on the weekend or something like that. Then they come and watch them because it's on their feed. But for the most part, the robot stops all views after a while. If you reach 1,000 likes, it does it like it's a regular video. Thank you for watching. Please like the video.